Yeah, you know what it is. 140 for the rebel, busy man shit, nigga. They take their head over, nigga. I read what Eve did to Adam, I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like Samson, I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Suckle up and stay alert. Another cop can stretch the nigga. He ain't demon, this an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. Took that open blood, then you know I'm gonna get active with you. From the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spin, I ain't listening. Is effective. If revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jacob. So Tower War, we gonna run the summer. It's gonna be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but their question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that. Bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real triggering on them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? When he said something, I ain't hear him. This shit light. It ain't about who got this gun, it's about who gon' up that fight first. I turn a bad situation to a game change. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain. Free shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand and feet, you will never get that hand back. He bitching about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. A certified rubber's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, out with that hollow side, yeah, this the rim accord. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my bread, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get it, boy, lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
I've been needing more art in my bedroom and recently painted this canvas. However, I wasn't quite sure the
You ain't no Israelite, but you a gospelite, bitch.
Fuck you talking about?
If that nigga won't war, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy, you be done to try. Soft cold shit, we bout it. UPK, you solid, little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing, like, bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think, I love this brotherhood, hood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm bout it. UPK, too solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All the hoes wanna take my piece. All the nigga wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a hoe, study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walk around like they don't know nothing. And the lame nigga fall for 'em and get set up for the coins and get gunned down, man down. Shoulda took the time, get a damn no. But I see the sorrow and I show her. She could never get a priest holding. You a dirt ass, rust ass neck bitch with a fake ass jewelry. In Tennessee while I'm touring. It's a Tennessee, but she luring. And a sucker duck bitch ass boy, fuck nigga over that bit muggin'. I say, if that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy, you be done to try. Soft cold shit, we bout it. UPK, you solid, little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing, like, bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think, I love this brotherhood, hood. More than you, bitch. You a lame nigga down to me. Eat candy, but I'm sucker free. You a little nigga, ain't nothing to me. Base up, boy, I fit a beat. Yeah, AR-223, Draco with a magazine. Yeah, the clip look like limousine. I shoot your ass in the spleen, boy, I bust your ass in the temple. We debating by the temple. Tell the truth, boy, you's a victim. You squirm off like a lizard. Nigga walk down my road. Why this nigga come down my road? Boy, come down my road, boy, I charge your ass toll fee. I'm a real big priest, nigga. UBK play for keys, nigga. Command to get a damn order, but ain't nothing me to damn kill you. I stalk his ass like a cat. All weapons, boys full of tech. Boy, like a close combat. Nigga, I popped off for a neck. If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think? Boy, you be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK, shoot solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Walk out every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood or hood? More than you, bitch.
Christ said 7 women gonna be on one nigga in the end time. Nigga, fuck wrong with you, boy. Stressed by that damn hoe ass bitch. Fake ass nigga too. Dumb ass motherfucker. Fuck you.
I got big ring, you mad, get stained, work hard, then play, bad bitch, my taste, we vibe, we lay, you purple, you gay, can eat ass, lil' fame, I won't walk, got the same, for wrong, these people, for wrong, I try to tell these motherfuckers time to time, for wrong, pussy ass, purple ass nigga, man, for wrong, they get your one ass right. Niggas better get their weight up, you little body bitch. Worry about a damn pay cut, you little body bitch. I ain't worried about none of these niggas, little body bitch. You that scare rag, cowed ass little body bitch. Had to fuck around, get my rank up, you little body bitch. And I'm pouring up, yeah, young nigga, and I'ma take a sip. Yeah. All these niggas want down hate, but tell them zip it lip. You a dumb ass, scare ass boy, little body bitch. Damn. And I ain't worried about nothing, nigga, nah, I ain't worried about shit. I got more than one, so you know, nigga, don't reminisce. I spit flavors on these damn beats, niggas better catch a pitch. Never knew a goddamn man be scared to represent. When you a whole ass, dirt ass, little damn body ass nigga. Get body with the damn scritchy with your little body ass nigga. Nigga, I'm a true priest, true line, nigga, true Zion ass nigga. And you a little boy, a little bitch ass, little body ass nigga. I got big ring, you mad, get stained, work hard, then play. Bad bitch, my taste, we vibe, we lay, you purple, you gay, you leech ass, lil' fame, I won't walk, got the same, for wrong, for wrong, I tell you, for wrong, get your shit together, for wrong, work. I'ma do this shit till I write, you little body bitch. I'ma ditch your ass like your pot, you little body bitch. And I'm smooth with it, y'all Zok, you little body bitch. And I switch nigga on that thought, you little body bitch. And I'ma stay turning like the cars, you little body bitch. And I'm stone cold like a bond, you little body bitch. And I'm a warrior like that Gabar, you little body bitch. And my aim like that a Zok, you little body bitch. Need a princess Barbara, you little body bitch. Or anyone down the slide, you little body bitch. Yeah. I keep a couple straps in my ride, you little body bitch. Just in case anyone wanna die, cause I'm body bitch. I got big ring, you mad, get stained, work hard, then play. Bad bitch, my taste, we vibe, we lay, we purple, we gay, you leech ass, lil' fame, I won't walk, I sing, for wrong, for wrong. Hey,
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So then you said that they put millions of my house. Yes, you said so.
Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. This obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angels, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles are making it official. I'm capturing every crack and surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom be busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. There was design fire for our babies to pass through it. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
Someday you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Yeah, those are messed up, no. Bad news, fit to beat your home, nigga. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on, get on that ass real quick one time. 144, baby.
They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they trade that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I go with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm too hardcore. Wait up, let me make a call right quick. I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about anymore. I need a Vaseline like my Nina Puffer bar. Took a sock, watch the dark. Matter of fact, like a dart. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shang Tsung. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Hopper free. Try to hope it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga with me, my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them UPK rules. I make hits like I can't lose. They say you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they trade that beat, I ride that business like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, the whole court. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low or this Lord told that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them nigga ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our court. Yeah, I just got off the call. I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas. Get your knife and your fork. They ain't locked in with the count and with the speaking to me fart. Yeah, I just took the floor. Ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign. Tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion. They can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad. Got them tied down and out there. You can't do with them steppers. Niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch, like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they trade that beat, I read that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole court. Yeah, know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low. Told that bitch is either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our court. And I just made it go. We gon' start another war. Yeah.
I got management. Hey man, Shalom. We the Israelite School University of Practical Knowledge, starting out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, the Commander General Hunter. We teach that Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians are the true biblical Jews according to the Bible, and we teach the actual truth of the Bible. And what we have to, as a people, and that, you know, everybody around the world has to come to an understanding that the Bible is not a religion. The Bible is not based around Christianity, modern day at that. Islam, Buddhism, Rastafarianism, you know what I'm saying? The woman is God and everything. The Bible is not based around any religion whatsoever. And we have this false notation and understanding of the Bible. Why? It's because we allow a people, you know what I'm saying, a foul people to teach us the Bible and teach us how to read. When these same people has no language, they have no actual culture, they have no structure. The only thing they have is the ability to unalive and be blessed with the sword. And y'all already know I'm speaking on as far as the people to the powers that may be. The only power they have is to unalive. That's why they do certain things like poison the water, poison the food. You know what I'm saying? Unalive Latinos in the street, blacks. Hell, they unalive their own people. You know what I'm saying? Hell, they try to unalive Donald Trump yesterday. So those people are the people that we have an understanding, you know what I'm saying, according to the Bible, when those people are no people. And when I say no people, they have no soul, they have no conscience, they have no soul. And we have to change the whole rhetoric. We have to change the whole rhetoric of everything, you know what I'm saying, and come back as a people, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, and unite again as one. Why? Is because that's the only way. You know what I'm saying? People say they don't believe in the Bible, they don't believe in Jesus Christ, this, that, and the third. Well, if you get on this line, whether you're on live, TikTok, or you know what I'm saying, you're on YouTube or Facebook, if Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians actually come together and fight together, you know what I'm saying, and put away all our alts, talk out the situation, you can't come to me and you know what I'm saying, disregard anything I'm saying that we can't have our own. We did it in the Reconstruction period, and we built Tulsa, Oklahoma. But why did it get destroyed? You know what I'm saying? Because to the powers that may be, they was jealous. You know what I'm saying? Hell, they doing a little bit right now in Atlanta, Georgia, but the Jewish man runs it. You know what I'm saying? Hell, Texas, New York, they doing their little thing, but the Jewish man still running. We hold up America's, you know what I'm saying, power structure. And the first thing I'm going to tell you is you have to put down religion. You got to put down Christianity. You got to put down Islam. You got to put down being free-spirited and I'm a God and the damn Anunnakis and what's the other stuff, Kemet and woman is God. You got to put down all that garbage because you tried it for so long. Where have we went? Where have we went? Nowhere. Everybody believes in what they want to believe in and feel as if it's right, but nobody can tell us, you know what I'm saying, how do you get black people, how do you get niggas from killing each other? Nobody can tell us how do you stop Latinos from, you know what I'm saying, doing these cartels. And how do you know what I'm saying, with Native Indians following after trees and owls and birds? Nobody has it. Everybody has the answer, but everything you're doing is failing. Why? It's because you have no actual structure that's going to tell you and show you who you really are. Right. And what they say? Oh, a house divided shall fall. The black community is divided. Native Indian and Spanish community is divided. But even though those European people hate each other, they unite when it comes to being against a black face or a brown face. They have their own all. Asian people got their own offs. We don't hear about. Why? Is because they deal with it amongst each other. They don't allow it to go online just like Clay and damn Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B and Offset. They don't allow certain things like that to go on. Why? Because they don't want to diminish their people's face. They understand it's not me. Is our community. It's our legacy. It's our heritage. And we are people that need to deal with it as one, and will be entertained by those foolish monkeys, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. Well, let's be entertained by their foolishness.
It's like how they used to do in the Roman times, what they used to call it, the arena,
Coliseum.
the Coliseum.
Coliseum.
Yeah, they used to have us in the Coliseum, and they had us do, on the shows. They'll show that it was white people. They'll show that it was Edomites and all that fighting with each other.
Mm-hmm.
The whole time it was really Judites against Issacharites against Gadites and stuff.
Right. No, I'm listening. Go ahead.
No, that's it. That was it.
But no, that's a good point. You know what I'm saying? Because modern day, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to gladiators, they want to be seen as the all-star, austere man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the real man, the real stand-up man like Captain America. You know what I'm saying? Troy. And all these people in the gladiator day, but they still ain't told the other side of the story of when they had slaves, because we know they didn't build that. They put niggas in there to fight lions. Niggas in there to fight each other like they do modern day in the UFC. You got Latinos kicking brothers in the head, brothers knocking Latinos out in the boxing ring. It's the same thing. All the way down to Mandingo fight. It's the same thing. But they'll show you things online to make them look so good, but we know that the oppressor is a coward. Donald Trump said last month, I forgot what country, if they don't go ahead and subscribe to what he doing, he gonna mash the button. Well, goddamn it, we here. Somebody just ran in the goddamn White House January 6th, and out of all the people they shot, guess who they shot? A woman. Just the night or the night before that, when they ran up in there during that dinner, and all the presidents and the president and all his his staff is in there. Guess what they did? They took that guy to the ground, but they'll destroy a woman. That is the cowardness, and and the powers that may be. That's the cowardness when it comes to religion and things like that. That's why our people aren't religious, and we have to stop taking up arms with religion, because religion makes you a fool. It makes you weak as a man. It turns you into a punk like Tyler Perry. It turns you into a whore like Megan Thee Stallion. Why? Because you feel as if you can do what you want and worship a made-up God. Man, Kalaza, I get tired of hearing people say, I don't believe in nothing, but you believe in yourself. You believe in yourself. That's why you high as hell on child support. You a guy, you got that much power, nigga. Get yourself off child support. Get all the niggas you've been locked up with out the penitentiary since you a guy. You see what I'm saying? You don't believe in nothing, but you believe you're gonna wake up. Why? It's because you woke yourself up, idiot. Salah, go ahead. They believe in the weed. They let a plant be stronger than them. A plant be now they got the whole thing called what is these herbalists out here. Some people know what they doing, making teas and drinks, this and that. But you got people out here actually smoking weed, saying weed helps you. How is weed helping you when you polluting the thing that's keeping you alive? It's your lungs. It's like putting salt in a fish tank, and that's supposed to be a fresh water. That's supposed to be for a freshwater fish. It's water, but that salt is going to kill that freshwater fish. So now bring it back to the point. Oh, you smoking weed, somebody breaking your house, brother or sister. How are you going to fight for your life and defend yourself when you don't even have the lung capacity to defend yourself with one man? Fighting one man is hard enough, trained or not. Go ahead.
Or being high like your mind, you'll be like sluggish as well.
No, exactly. That's another good point. Weed causes delusion, and it causes homosexuality. Because why? It's because now you're open-minded. Go Baal and Dragon. You start from the top. Whoever reads. Somebody put. What y'all got? Hey, you ain't got to be a boot kisser. Everybody got their work. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna have their work in the kingdom. You ain't got to be a boot kisser. I need you to do it. What up? What chapter? Baal and the Dragons on one chapter.
Which verse?
Start from top.
God.
This is. I'm reading Baal and Dragon because Daniel knew the Most High, not what he thought he knew, not what he thought he knew about the Bible. He knew the Most High. What Daniel is about to bring to this king, this Persian king, is the fact that your gods is fake. The 360 gods that the Egyptians got is fake. Christianity, God is fake. Islam, Allah is fake. And Daniel knew this. And Daniel was willing to put his line in front of his life on the line in front of the king. All his, you know what I'm saying, his judges, his employees in the whole village. Because he actually knew that what they believed in was garbage. Go ahead.
God, it's the book of Baal and Dragon, chapter 1, verse 1.
Look, they trying to kill me. I mean, to take me off of TikTok, and I ain't even said nothing yet. We ain't even going to the Bible yet. Go ahead.
Baal and the Dragon, chapter 1, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
A king, Astyages, was gathered to his fathers, and Cyrus of Persia received his kingdom.
So the Persian, to modern day Persian, the people of today are Iranians. Those people that got Donald Trump on his tiptoes, those are the Persians. Go ahead.
And Daniel conversed with the king and was honored above all his friends.
So Daniel had respect. Daniel was talking to the king and he had respect among all of them. Go ahead.
Now the Babylonians had an idol called Baal.
They had what?
An idol called Baal.
And you know, Baal ain't nothing but a statue, nothing but a rock. And that was their idol. Go ahead.
And there were spent upon him every day 12 great measures of fine flour and 40 sheep and 6 vessels of wine.
So a god that's dead is what Baal? That's a dead god. That god's not alive. And you sacrificing good flour, good lamb, good vessels of wine. And y'all know vessels of wine, right? Think about a 5-gallon drum. You know, one of them oil drums. That's a vessel. And they just giving all this luxury, you know, flour, the damn lamb, the sheep, and this wine to a stone rock that's dead that doesn't do nothing. You're not doing anything. You should just gave that to the poor. That's what y'all should have done. Go ahead, Al.
Maybe that's how you know how wicked they are. Because a lot of people these days they won't even give up a little pint of liquor for the Most High. You feel me? To give that up to come in the truth.
Oh, you ain't put in on this. That's what they say, right? Did you put in? Right? Go ahead.
And the king worshipped it and went daily to adore it. But Daniel worshipped his own God. And the king said unto him.
See, this is the thing. The king is the authority, just like Donald Trump is the authority over America. But the king went and worshiped his own thing. Just like even in Egypt, the children of Israel was identified by the way they dressed. They certain Levitical laws and dietary laws, stuff like that. And you know what I'm saying? They high holy day. So while the king is over here doing whatever they doing with this, you know what I'm saying, Baal, this stone, Daniel went and worshiped his own God. Go ahead.
And the king said unto him, why dost not thou worship Baal? Who answered and said, because I may not worship idols made with hands.
So he told him straight up, like, bro, I don't worship that mess over there. Y'all made that. I don't worship that. And he told that to the authority. And that's why we, as not only men, but men and women, need to be able to stand up and say, I'm not doing Christianity no more, mom. I ain't doing Mother's Day. I ain't doing Christmas. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing this whole June so-called team. What is that? What's Juneteenth? Nothing. I'm not doing that no more. Go ahead.
Who answered and said, because I may not worship idols made with hands, but the living God.
But the living God. The living God is the God who controls the air, the course of the air, who bring, you know what I'm saying, shaking and trembles, tornadoes, hurricane, all 4 seasons, life and death. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Lord brings, plagues, diseases, famine. That's the real Lord. There's only one God that controls all of that. Baal doesn't control that. Allah doesn't control that. Caesar Borgia don't control that. There's only one God that's the Most High. And that's Yahweh. Go ahead.
who have created heaven and the earth,
Who created heaven and earth.
and have sovereignty over all flesh.
So sovereignty, that's supreme and absolute authority with no, you know what I'm saying, no interference from, you know what I'm saying, the outside. That's the final boss for the idiot that want to crack a joke. Go ahead.
Then said the king unto him, thinkest thou not that Baal is a living God?
So see, now the king is questioning him, like you know how Debo was like, what punk? And he said nothing. That's exactly what the king doing to Daniel, saying, say it, read it again.
Then said the king unto him, thinkest thou not that Baal is a living God?
So you mean to tell me you think Baal ain't no living God? What do he say?
Seest thou not how much he eateth and drinketh every day?
So now he's saying Baal is the living God because of all that sheep, all that flour. What the hell are we gonna do with flour? What the sheep and wine is one thing, but what the Most High gonna do with flour? He gonna eat it as is. So he give it all to him, and for what? Go ahead.
Then Daniel smiled and said, O king, be not deceived, for this is but clay within and brass without, and did never eat or drink anything.
So this ain't nothing but rock and brass, a shiny rock. Go ahead.
So the king was wroth and called for his priests and said unto them, if ye tell me not.
You said read it again.
So the king was wroth and called for his priests.
So now the king is mad. He got to go get the whole game. That's what happened. That's like how modern day with the Bloods, and I ain't getting all that. But you know, politics in the game world, MC world. You tell somebody, man, that ain't how it is. What? Instead of him dealing with you one-on-one, you got to go get the whole set. You got to go get all the wolves. You know what I'm saying? You got to go get the nomads and all them to come deal and justify one man versus having a dialogue and getting an understanding. So instead of getting an understanding, he got to go get somebody else for a witness. Where's the conversation at? But the thing is, Daniel stood on that. He didn't even need them around. He stood in the king's face and told him, and watch what he do.
And said unto them, if ye tell me not who this is that devoureth these expenses, ye shall die. But if ye can certify me that Baal devoureth them, then Daniel shall die.
So now he's saying, if you know what I'm saying, if you can't tell me who doing this, you know what I'm saying. So like read that one more time. That first portion. Yeah.
But if ye can certify me that Baal devoureth them, then Daniel shall die.
See, now he basically saying like if the God is eating this, then you're gonna be on the lie. If he's not, then we will. Go ahead.
For he has spoken blasphemy against Baal.
So now they saying Daniel talking lie. Just like when we out at camp, and you know, we had these other places saying, oh, yeah, that somebody give me that picture because I don't want to say it because they trying to boo us. Caesar Borgia. So now they saying, we say this is a lie. This ain't the man that's in the Bible. This is you know what I'm saying, a pale European man. They say, oh, that's a lie until you go to Revelations. You read the first chapter of Revelation where John talking about it. Then all this person, so I ain't even gotta say it anymore. People say, oh, this, you got some people say this is the truth. But then you obviously know there's a bunch of us niggas that say, oh, the Bible ain't real, but come to find out the Bible is real, but this ain't the truth according to the Bible. Perfect. The what? Go ahead.
And Daniel said unto the king, let it be according to thy word. Now the priests of Baal were 70.
Hold up. So Daniel telling him, let it be according to your word. Basically saying, hey, if this is how you feel you said it, then let it be what it is. You know what I'm saying? Keep what they say, stand on all 10. That's what Daniel's saying. Stand on all 10. Go ahead.
Now the priests of Baal were 70, beside their wives and children. And the king went with Daniel into the temple of Baal. So Baal's priest said, lo, we go out, but thou, O king, set on the meat and make ready thy wine.
So now it's Daniel and the king going in there. And the king is sitting all the meat and all the wine in this temple where this rock named Baal is at. Go ahead.
And shut the door fast and seal it with thine own signet.
And we need to hurry up and get out of here. Shut the door and seal it with the signet. Basically, he being the one who has the power to seal it. Go ahead.
And tomorrow, when thou comest in, if thou findest not that Baal hath eaten up all, we will suffer death, or else Daniel that speaketh falsely against us.
So basically saying, if we come back and this food here, we'll suffer death. So he's so confident You know what I'm saying? Just like we got people today that's so confident in Christianity, and they wonder how did their child get touched by the pastor? You know what I'm saying? How did my daughter end up being a baby mama? You know what I'm saying? Things like that, because you think what you think. I said that right? You think what you think is right when you have to know. You have to absolutely. That's why that's our slogan in here. Don't think so, know so. You know what I'm saying? Be sure.
Oh, so okay. So now my father's from the tribe of Judah, but his rib is an Edomite, and so it's funny. They were talking about how they don't go to church because my stepmom was saying that a pastor that was at some church that they used to go to was dirty, and they found out he was doing the typical stories that you hear, like about messing with kids or other people's wives and stuff like that, homosexual behavior, and all that. I was like, wow, that's crazy.
See, and that right there is a good point. That should have been told. Whoever that pastor is, if it's true, his face should have been blasted across headlines across the goddamn world. Not just, but Christianity has you shamai. Christianity has you be quiet in those situations. Instead of running from your safe haven, something that's keeping your life, go to it and correct it. Because in here you're gonna get checked, you're gonna get corrected. If you at fault, no matter what rank or age, if you at fault, you're going to be corrected. And that is a perfect example of what they believe in, because Christ wasn't going to let that slide. Daniel and Joshua was not going to let that slide. Peter, Paul, all of them was not going to let that slide, but they let that slide. I don't know with the statutes, the limitation and all that, you know what I mean? But they let it slide.
I got a precept for what you just said.
All right, let me hear
it. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 7. Be not wise in thine own eyes.
Be not wise in your own eyes. Don't think you're wise. Don't think you're wise, because being wise in the street is not being wise, you know what I'm saying, in the world. Being wise is just for the street. Wisdom come in all shape, but it's saying don't be somebody who's just big-headed, like I know, when you really don't know. You just think so because you watch YouTube or TikTok is the new thing of teaching. TikTokers don't even know. They lie all the time. What's up?
Oh no, I was just gonna say what kills me with like people that say, "Oh, I know." Like if you ask certain brothers outside the ISUK, be like, "Who taught you?" And they're like, I hate when they be like, "I taught myself." When Yahweh Shai himself, who was the greatest priest, even had teachers.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like dumb for them to say, "I taught myself."
Exactly. If you think I don't see, that's the thing. You say, "I think you don't know either." That's what I'm talking about. Now you prove my point. Instead of thinking I don't know, prove and show that I don't know. You must know that I don't know, so prove that I don't know. And until then, Mark, if you don't prove it, I'm not answering nothing until you prove that I don't know. Which I'm saying I'm never going to answer you, because you cannot prove me that I don't know what I know. So I'll wait. We'll wait. Everybody on TikTok will wait. Go ahead, finish reading now.
And tomorrow, when thou comest in, if thou findest not that Baal eaten up all, we will suffer death.
So the king is being cocky. He putting everybody on the line up under him, when some of these niggas probably looking at him like, well, you know what I'm saying, bro, man, I mean, you gonna tell this man this? We don't even know what he believes. How you gonna put me on the line? Because you know Israel gonna say, bro, I ain't going out there. Go ahead.
Or else Daniel is speaking falsely against us. Mm-hmm. And they little regarded, for under the table they had made a privy entrance.
You said they what?
For under the table they had made a privy entrance.
So that ain't nothing but like a secret door, a latch, something like that, a trap door, whatever you want to call it, up under the table. Go ahead.
Whereby they entered in continually and consumed those things.
So they entered in continually, and consumed all of the flour. Excuse me. At this point, the meat and the wine. Go ahead.
So when they were gone forth, the king set meats before Baal. Now Daniel had commanded his servants to bring ashes and those that strewed throughout all the temple.
So you see how Daniel just played with Paul. You know what I'm saying? He was getting off on him. He let them go ahead and do what they doing. You know what I'm saying? Let him think he know what he doing. And then he said, do what? Get the ashes what?
Strewed.
So basically get ashes and just throw them everywhere on the floor. Just throw them everywhere. Why? Somebody tell me why.
So they'll like move around when they're going there.
Exactly. So they can see all manners of, you know what I'm saying, human interactions, footprint, hand touching, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because if they throw it on the table, throw it on the floor, you got from that door to here, you're gonna see footprint. And if the food is here and we doing this, you're gonna see handprints. If Baal is a God, he don't need that. You know what I'm saying? However they think about it, it's just going to be going. But it's showing human interaction now. Why? Because that's their God, quote unquote. Go ahead.
Commanded his servants to bring ashes and those that strewed throughout all the temple in the presence of the king alone.
So the king is seeing that this evidence is going on. Now Daniel was turning the table. Go ahead.
Then went they out and shut the door and sealed it with the king's signet, and so departed.
So this is the second time. This is the second time now, you know what I'm saying, that they going through this process. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Now in the night came the priests with their wives and children, as they were wont to do, and did eat and drink up all.
They did what with the
and did eat and drink up all.
A little more. You can go back a little bit more words.
Now in the night came the priests with their wives and children, as they were wont to do, and did eat and drink up all.
They ate and drunk up all. So Baal ain't the one eating it, it's the kids and the woman and the priest. His people. The king's people. The king people really put him on the chopping block. And now guess what? This is what happens when you follow Christianity. When you follow and allow your pastor, you know what I'm saying, you follow anybody, you know what I'm saying, if it ain't the truth according to the Bible, when you follow anybody, guess what? You fall to the demise of your teacher. Because now this man put everybody that on the line saying, oh, this is a God, this is God, this is God. And come to find out, his people eating it. So his people is going to be the reason why his people get put to death. And that's what happens when you follow Christianity. Love who you want to love. Loving who you want to love is the reason why they let PDOC pass. Because a European woman felt as if she wanted to sexually abuse a young boy. And now they diagnose pedophilia not as a charge, but as a mental illness. Just like LGBT. So if you can love who you want to love, you can love a young child. Not saying it's correct. That's disgusting and that's foul. And according to the Bible, the Lord deemed that you should be unalive. What's up?
No, I was just gonna say, and then let's say you have a child and you beat the hell of Flocky. You beat up the dude that messed with your kid, and then they look at you bad. But it's like, as a man, you're supposed to take the kids, and if they're grown,
right?
You're not gonna let them just do that. So
right, and that brings me to the point, because now we can't discipline our kids. If you find your child talking to a grown adult, male or female, what can you do? Just take their laptop and phone. But they have a desire in some form of lust to adult male or female. But they're diagnosing it as a mental sickness because that's a desire, just like LGBT is a disgusting desire. And I hate to say it, TikTok about the boot. And so that is the issue when you follow weak leaders, like I said the other week, and you follow, you know what I'm saying, you follow these false religions and false God, this is what you succumb to. Fake religion and no morals. You know what I'm saying? Like whatsoever. Go ahead.
In the morning bedtimes, the king arose and Daniel with him. And the king said, Daniel, are the seals whole? And he said, yea, O king, they be whole. And as soon as he had opened the door, the king looked upon the table and cried with a loud voice, great art thou, O Baal, and with thee is no deceit at all.
See, and that's the thing. Now he weeping. See, Josiah, this is what the Christians do. Man, let me take these glasses off. I'm about to get mad. This is what these Christians do. A pastor will sit here and, you know, yeah, I'm speaking on that. A pastor will sit up on the podium or the pulpit and say, I see money coming in somebody's hand this week. Nigga, we all get paid Thursday and Friday. Somebody going through something right now. Yeah, nigga, we are. We got child support. You know what I mean? Like, what makes your dream or your prophetic message any different from what we actually going on now? Prophesying and speaking truth is like, bro, you put that cigarette down, bro, you could be a great man. When you put the cigarette down, you become a great man. But how can you prophesy and say, I see money this week when, nigga, we work? That money's coming regardless. It's not a mystery. You know what I mean? So these people get on, you know what I'm saying, when they do the altar call, they crying over things all niggas go through. They crying over bills that all niggas got to pay. Lights, you know what I'm saying, power, phone, gas, whatever. What are you crying for? And that's what he doing right here, saying, oh, Bill, this and that, over a lie. Over these people putting your, you know what I'm saying, your neck on the line, just like the pastor put your neck on the line. There ain't no difference. He's a liar, you's a liar. It's only he dragging the sheep to the slaughter, and your people dragging all of the people to the slaughter. Why? It's because you ain't no different than these pastors. Go ahead.
So like, I think it was you who did the class about weak leaders.
Yeah, weak leader. Yeah,
it's a perfect example right here.
See, like each brother that I know in this school, we all say separately. It's blase happen. Then hey, I'm gonna just have to be the one stuck on the chopping block. I'm gonna go out there. We ain't never said I'm gonna take my brother go out there to be unalive with me. Because as a man, you should always feel like you could take 100 men by yourself. You should have that warrior spirit. But like these sets and these MCs and stuff like that, oh, it gotta be a 5-on-5, a 5-on-1, a 20-on-20. If you a warrior like y'all conduct and act like y'all are, nigga, go out there by yourself. Don't drag your brother along when he ignorant to the fact. That's why King Von and all the niggas in Chicago get shot down. Everybody want to drill, but it's only one nigga is the reason why 10 of y'all got on the live. Why he don't go out there and deal with the situation and protect y'all and tell y'all before he do it, don't retaliate on nothing that happens to me because I'm coming out here to do it for me and do it for y'all. Sit back, just like how Christ did. What's up?
The reason he tell them to do it, he don't do it because he a coward.
Exactly. So, because you see, they say it is what power in numbers, and that's something else for a lot of y'all that think y'all tough guys. There ain't no powers in numbers. That only works in the worldly mindset, in a flesh mindset, in a coward mindset. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I don't know about y'all. I done seen one cat beat up 3-4 guys by himself, at least hold his own. You know what I mean? We see. You see, they catch hell trying to take George Floyd down, and it's 5 cops. I mean, let's be real. Let's be real. They might be Christian, but they still had the spirit of being a warrior. They done it alone. You know what I mean? So that goes back to the point of when you follow these coward leaders, they'll get a whole village and a whole community destroyed. And guess what? It's the community that they teach is going to be the reason why they become destroyed. Go ahead.
Honorable Khan, verse 19. Then laughed Daniel and held the king that he should not go win and said, behold, now the pavement and the mark. Well,
hold on. What Daniel tell him?
And said, behold.
No. Before that, you said, now Daniel went.
Then Daniel, then laughed Daniel and held the king that he should not go win and said, behold, now the pavement and mark well.
So it's just like this, like how niggas say, bro, I ain't go back there. I'm telling you, bro. Don't go back there, bro. It's pointless for you to go back there. Go ahead. That little $20 that you bet, bro, just go ahead and bet me that 20 and leave it alone. Trust me, bro. If you see it, it's gonna break your heart. That's basically like what he's saying. Like, don't even go back there, bro. Just go ahead and pay me that. Let me get that. Let me go ahead and get that. Keep going.
Then laughed Daniel and held the king that he should not go with and said, behold, now the pavement and mark well whose footsteps are these. And the king said, I see the footsteps of men, women, and children.
So Daniel is telling him, like, bro, don't even go in there, bro. He know he about to be pissed off. He know he gonna be heartfelt. His heart gonna drop to the bottom of his ass. And then he come in there and say he see footsteps of men, women, and children. Now he knows, like, so this is what my life is over. Our life is over because somebody came here and ate. Keep going.
And then the king was angry and took the priests with their wives and children, who showed him the privy door where they came in and consumed such things.
But why are you mad? Why are you mad? Like, people get mad with TD Jakes. TDJ get mad with us. Kurt Franklin and Tyler Perry get mad with us. But you taught the community. You lead in the community looking up to you. And when you start talking about some swallowed up, or I'm making music naked on the piano for Jesus, you know what I'm saying, Kurt Franklin, or you doing things Tyler Perry doing, how are you mad with us when you taught us this? You showed us this. And now when it's coming to light, you upset because we clowning your fool ass. How are you mad? You put us on the line and now everything went in reverse and now you on the line. Why? Because your leaders are weak. Go ahead.
And took the priest with their wives and children, who showed him the privy door.
So he took the priest, the wives and children, and showed them that secret door that was up under the table. Go ahead.
Where they came in and consumed such things as were upon the table. Therefore the king slew them and delivered Baal into Daniel's power.
He said the king did what?
And therefore the king slew them.
Slew?
And delivered Baal.
Hold on. The king, What verse you want? Because I have to make sure this clear. 22?
God.
So you mean to tell me the king is going to unalive these people? And this is the wickedness when it comes to religion. You mean to tell me the king is going to unalive these people because he's a liar and because his religion isn't real? And now you want to unalive these people that you said they're going to have to put their life on the line. See, you know what I'm saying? You putting all their life on the line, and now come to find out it was a lie, and now you want to unalive them because you're wrong, which they going down, you know what I'm saying? They going in the hole anyway. But why are you going to unalive them when you're the liar? You put their life on the line, and it bit you in the ass. Go ahead.
God. Therefore, the king slew them and delivered Baal into Daniel's power, who destroyed him and his temple.
I was looking at that. So the king slew them and delivered. Yeah. Okay, keep on.
And in that same place, there was a great dragon, which they of Babylon worshipped.
So now it's two. First, it was the Persians, the Iranians. Then the Babylonians, I believe, was these Hamites, these Africans, and they believed in a dragon. Go ahead.
And the king said unto Daniel, wilt thou also say that this is of brass?
So now it's a complete different. I mean, it's the same king that's talking about a complete different God. That he's asking, he want to really see, is this what it is? This how disgusting leaders are. Because instead of taking it to the chin like a man or a so-called woman, when you dealing with scriptures and beliefs and stuff like that, if you wrong the first time, take that L when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got to lead the people. Don't wait and try to figure out if this is legit the first time, because give up your life. Give up your life the first and let it be first and the last time. You said this is what it's going to be. Don't find another outlet to prove this man wrong. You owe that life. You put it on the line. It's just like nigga don't pay $20, he run off. What they do in the street? They get the blazing and throwing hands, you know, because I want my $20. But when it comes to weak leaders and stuff like that, they don't want to take accountability. They look at the UPK like, oh, y'all wrong. This and that, God love everybody. But you molest children. You ain't love that child. You know what I'm saying? You didn't love the congregation when you told that woman to leave her husband that was selling drugs to provide for the household. You didn't love her, nor him, nor the kids. Now the kids got a stepdad. You didn't love them. But meanwhile, they try to find other ways to deem that they right. You're not right, man. You're a coward. And you're a child because you want to run and don't want to take accountability like this king doing here. Go ahead.
Lo, he liveth, he eateth and drinketh. Thou canst not say that he is no living God.
So he's saying he eat and drink just like the other guy. Just like all these other guys, you know what I mean? He eating and drinking, doing the same goddamn thing. And I'm going to just let y'all know again, there's only one God. It's monotheistic. It's Yahweh, the most high God over all the earth. The Israelites, you know what I'm saying? The Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian God, Father. There is no other God. Everything else is a fat Buddha up under a tree to a rock over there in Mecca. There's no other God. And prove me if I'm wrong. I got dozens of books up here, and brothers, they fighting and want to read something right now. There's no other God. Go ahead.
Hold on, I had a precept to go what you just said.
Go ahead.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 96, verse 5. For the gods of the nations are idols.
Are idols.
But the Lord, Yahweh, made the heavens. And that's it.
See? They're idols. The gods of other nations are idols. What's up?
Oh, no, I was just going to say, so that like proves like 2 points that like there's only one living God.
Exactly.
Yahweh. And then the other nations, they're like not even covenant people. And then the gods they worship are fake.
Yeah, nothing. Some God worship a tree. A goddamn tree. Some people, they talking about we used to be green. What kind of goddamn information? What can I do with that, Closet? That I used to be green. And what a giant being 80 foot, you know what I'm saying, 80 foot high gonna do for me? What is that gonna do? Who can't 80 foot giant? Where is he? Thank you. And that's witchcraft. Religion is witchcraft. Or kissing a rock. Damn right, sis. See, and somebody else say make money with it. And that's exactly it. That's exactly it. All right, I'm a white Irish guy. Can I join your? All right, give me a brief moment. You caught squad real quick, guy. All right, so let me acknowledge this. Digital Keep. I'm a white Irish guy. cannot do your organization. You know what I'm saying? You've been formal, respectful, and honest, so I'm just talking regular. You can. Reason being, you know what I'm saying? Because for one, we are a cult. And cult just short for culture. You know what I'm saying? People that's a cult, they got the same thing in common. You know what I'm saying? And according to the Bible, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians are under one umbrella. Just like you being Irish, Romans, and Ukrainians and all that, y'all under our umbrella. All the Africans, it don't matter if it's north, south, east, west, they are under their own particular umbrella and so on and so forth. So when it comes to the organization, no, it's because we stand for our own people. Just like you as a man, you know what I'm saying, should stand for you and yours. And you wouldn't be looked at as a coward if you stood for your people. But that's the only right way. You know what I'm saying? Asians deal with Asian, Israel deal with Israel, Africans deal with Africans, and European people deal with European. That's the way the Lord set it out. Iraqi, no. I mean, all right, so I'm part Indian. If it's not your father and you're not Native Indian or Seminole Indian, somewhere in that category, then you can. You mysteriously discover you are. All right, we have, but the thing that make it different is, all right, I'm gonna read out loud for y'all. Aren't we all humans or originate from the same place? We are all humans, and we did originate from the same place. But you have to understand that it was a split amongst nations, like Jacob and Esau, Cain and Abel, certain things like that. It was a split. But the Lord has a chosen people that He has all people, but He has a chosen people that He favored. All right, they said we fought the same ones that destroyed our people 300 years ago. Who? What's your nationality? Owner of Zinj? All scholars disagree with you. See, all scholars disagree with us, and I'm gonna say what you said. All scholars disagree with us is because they don't actually know the context and the lingo of the Bible. And it brings to even more. A lot of people who disagree with us according to the Bible don't understand the actual culture of the Bible. And for example, like I use all the time, here in America, you say babe to your husband and your wife or your girlfriend and boyfriend. But then you go over there in Sweden and you say babe, it means poo. So again, if Americans or you yourself was to go over there in Sweden and have a girlfriend say, hey babe, she's gonna say, why you calling me a piece of shit? That's what she's gonna say. You know, in all reality, that's what she's gonna think. But when vice versa, she gonna look like everybody over here calls each other a piece of crap. So you gotta understand the actual context of the Bible. Like people say, you know what I'm saying, that people came from the dust. You know what I'm saying? As if we're made from dirt, but our organs, you know what I mean? Like a lot of people say a lot of foolish things, but don't have anything to back up. You know what I'm saying? All right, so where we at? Debate, religion, belief, leadership, share your perspective. Okay, I'm gonna do this one and then one more after this. I do speak Hebrew. You can never understand the fullness of the Bible without God. So I do speak Hebrew. I don't speak Yiddish. In modern day Hebrew is what people say is actual Hebrew when that's Yiddish. That's a German dialect, and those Germans couldn't even, you know what I'm saying, understand ancient Hebrew, Paleo Hebrew. And what they did was make their own slang, like how niggas make our own slang in America. They made their own slang. That's how you get Yiddish. Paleo Hebrew has no vowels. We have 22 consonants. You know what I'm saying? Only 2 vowels. But the alphabet, and they use A-E-I-O-U. We don't use that. We just use the O and the I. All right, so I got this last one. I want to get that up. I want to get debating religious beliefs and leadership. Share your perspective. So leadership, you know what I'm saying? We don't vote. We don't do anything. You know what I'm saying? We don't care who's over the county. You know what I'm saying? We pay attention to it. You know what I'm saying? We do research and back. You know what I'm saying? Research and all this other stuff. But we don't vote for the county, you know what I'm saying, the governor, the president, vice president. We don't vote and get involved in any of that. Why? Because the Lord said you vote and you put another king that's basic paraphrase. You put a king above you that's according to your lineage. You don't sit there and put somebody else above you. Why? It's because they're going to oppress you for one, like what's going on now. Everybody is united in America, but believe different things, but you're subjected under paying taxes. You know what I'm saying? You're subjected under their laws versus your actual culture. That's why a lot of countries and people that in different countries come to America, they don't, for example, the Muslim women, over there in that area, they got their head wraps on, you know what I'm saying? They being holy according to their context. But then get over here, a year or two over here, goddamn, they look like the biggest hoes. They ain't got their head covered. They doing whatever the hell they want to do. And then you ask them, would you ever go back? And they say they can't. Why they can't? Because they found out what is actually going on. They were doing here. So when it comes to religion, we don't believe in religion. Religion is just a man-made concept with nothing to back it up. You know what I'm saying? But being contextual according to the Bible is actually a record book. You know what I'm saying? It really got history, culture, heritage. You know what I'm saying? It tells all the captivity, you know, that all Black, Hispanic, Native Indians been through, whether it was Assyrian, you know, with the Medes, Egyptian, Babylon. It tells all that. And then if you step outside of the Bible, you got your professors, your historian, to whoever the idiot was that said what he said moments ago, that verify that Black people went through this slave trade. Native Indians and Latinos went through this slave trade. Christopher Columbus found America because he read the Apocrypha and knew that it was a new land over here. Christopher Columbus didn't come and say, I want to serve it. He looked at the Apocrypha and said, there's new land. And this is according to the Bible also. This has been taken out, you know what I'm saying, from the Catholic Church. Because this is exactly what we was going to. Go ahead.
John, Bell of the Dragon, chapter 1, verse 24. And the king.
I'm like, why do you keep saying, do you know what you're saying? I'm asking you. I know what I'm talking about, but I'm trying to make sure you get the gist, Dixon. All right, Dixon, check this out. You teach me. You teach me, because I'm not going to pay any attention to you when you worry about what I'm saying versus the actual message. You know what I'm saying? Then you're an idiot. You know, and I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to say it on purpose. You know what I mean? Or you know what I'm saying? Because Moses had a speech impediment. He stuttered. And he really felt like, you know, he didn't have no power to do what he had to do. But guess what? He did what he did. So you know what I'm saying is minute to what you should be worried about. Go ahead.
I forgot exactly what you said, but it was a verse. It was something that I wanted to do a precept on when you said about the beginning of time. Somebody on that said something.
Yeah, like we all originate from the same area.
Yeah, they say we originate from Africa, but
not Africa, but from the same area.
Right. And I just wanted to do a precept to show that we didn't come from Africa, we came from Israel.
Yeah, go ahead. Read it out loud. For everybody who said we came from the same area, and for the few people that say we all come from Africa, this is what the Bible is saying.
This is the book of Luke 24 and 47. And that repentance and remission of sins should be preached in his name among all nations, beginning at Jerusalem.
Mm-hmm. And look up Mother of us all. Beginning at Jerusalem. Quick, I need it. And you don't know what Yiddish is, clearly. What is Yiddish? You know, Dixon, see, you came from Africa. See, Dixon, these are the guys who I don't really indulge with. You know what I mean? Dixon, you know what I mean?
This is the book of Galatians.
Here you go.
Galatians chapter 1, verse 6.
See. All right, thank you. For somebody who said we are not African, thoughts of Islam, I'm going to get to that in a few. Copy that and then post it or paste it in a few. Not yet. Go ahead and read that. Since we all come from Africa, this guy, we're going to read what the Bible said. Because it's just somebody in the chat just said we're not African. So let's see what the Bible said. I don't know the guy who said we're not African. But if the Bible goes on either side, we're going to see who really know what they're talking about.
God.
Go ahead.
This book of Galatians, chapter 4, verse 26. And it reads, but Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all.
Jerusalem is the mother of us all. Like you got those Russians that say Mother Russia. You got Africans, you know what I'm saying? You know, they say the motherland. But Jerusalem is the mother of us all. And if you want even more detail, the Fertile Crescent to detail in Jerusalem is where we come from. Right there by the 4 rivers in Havilah. And how Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians went to Egypt and we were fleeing the Roman captivity. And when we went over there, we ran over there so because we could blend in. I got you in a minute. We ran over there so we could blend in. So that goes back to Christianity. How can this guy be in Egypt and not stand out? when we running from people that look like him out of Jerusalem because it's the mother of us all, and we blend in with them. And how we got caught and end up in their hands is because those Africans, they eat monkey heads and eat out their skulls and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They worship a different way. And when they realized and they seen it's black, there's certain people that's doing this different, we stood out and they identified who we were. And that's how we went to captivity. That's when the Arabs started making the ships. The Africans, y'all like to say in school, you know what I'm saying? People, y'all own people went and caught y'all. No, Africans caught us. The Arabs made the ships. The European came in, you know what I'm saying, bought us. That's where insurance from. Go ahead.
Like if I may, I remember I had a sister that I used to talk to. She used to try to argue me that because she knew I was in school.
Watch this.
And she wanted.
No, I'm listening.
She wanted to believe in Muslims and Africanism and all that.
Right.
And I used to tell her, like, well, you know, everything started from Jerusalem. She used to want to argue me down that, oh, everything was, oh, well, even if you say it was in Jerusalem or Israel, that's still a part of Africa.
Okay.
And I used to have to tell her, like, well, ain't America a part of Canada, and it's a part of what you call it, South America. Why white American citizens don't connect Canada and South America with North America? And she was trying to insinuate. She was trying to insinuate Africa with Israel because
it's so close. Yeah.
Just like I told her, I said, well, if you look at Israel, if you look at the Middle East is connected to Africa and it's connected to Asia. Why they don't call it? Why y'all ain't saying we Asians then?
Right.
Why y'all just stick to Africa?
Right.
Because the Asians that's dark skinned just like us too.
You know why? Because they're simple. And we're gonna get back on top here in a minute. What you got, Josiah?
I just got one more precept tied to what these brothers been bringing out. Talking about. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people,
Say
from the one end of the earth even unto the other.
The Lord shall what?
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
So the Lord is going to scatter Israel amongst all people. That's why you have black people that's right now in Italy, like Kobe, for example. You know what I'm saying? You got black people all over the world, literally, because the Lord scattered us. Go ahead.
From one end of the earth even unto the other.
So one end to the earth to the other. You got people that was in Italy, you got people in China, you got people down in, you know what I'm saying, Brazil, in that area, all the way to goddamn Canada. You got people all over. Well, let's get it. Go ahead.
Oh God,
I'm looking for this guy who said, we didn't flee Egypt. We didn't flee the Egypt for Rome. Yo, I shouldn't even answer that. I know what he meant though. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, finish the lot.
And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
So when the Lord scatters us all, start with the Caribbean. These people down here believe in Rastafarianism when Haile Selassie was a real African. And they also taken up the custom of East Indians with the dreadlocks because the Indians run the Caribbean. Then you got America with black people in Christianity. You got you know what I'm saying, Central and South America that believe in Catholicism, you know, because of the Catholics and all this other stuff. You know, then people believe in the astrologies and the Greek gods and stuff like that. All of that is them. But nobody ever said, oh, my God is black. My God is a man of war. My God's a nigga. Nobody ever said that. All they say is my God full of love. My God is this. Oh, he got, what's that type of love they say? Unconditional love. But is that your God? What's the look of your God? Because everybody either makes the description of their God, you know what I'm saying, or adopt. But we ain't adopting nothing. The truth of who our God is and the way he looks is in the Bible. And I didn't make it. Go ahead. Somebody else got something? One more?
Okay. The book of James. This is the book of James, chapter 1, verse 1. James, a servant of God and of the Lord, Yahweh Shai and Mashiach, Jesus Christ, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greetings.
Hey, read this real quick. For the guy, it's gonna prove right here because we got 42 people in. For the guy that said, "Oh, you know what I'm saying," read where it says 65.
Come on,
on right page, left page. For the guy who said, "Oh, we didn't flee into Egypt, this, that, and the third," we're gonna look into a book. And this was a scholar that actually went over there and studied in the Middle East. This ain't somebody who just looked on YouTube or been on TikTok like yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because we know you simple, you don't know anything. Because if you knew anything, you would have been somewhere helping or building something. But we're gonna read it out actual book with a scholar, and we're gonna go see what he said because he was amongst the actual real Muslims. You know what I'm saying? Like we claim to be. He was amongst a bunch of different people and went to Jerusalem, went in Egypt, went to all them little areas around in Turkey and actually studied. Read it.
Khan.
Babylon Timbuktu.
Babylon Timbuktu.
Now listen. Since he said we didn't flee from the Romans, go ahead. Let's see what the book says.
From Babylon Timbuktu, a history of ancient black races, including the Black Hebrews. Page 84.
The Black Hebrews.
In the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey.
The Roman armies in 65 BC. Go ahead.
Under General Pompey captured Jerusalem in 70 AD.
So the Bible just said Jerusalem is the mother of us all, and it's Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. But just General Pompey in 65 BC went into, the Romans went into Jerusalem. Go ahead.
And captured Jerusalem.
And captured it.
In 70 AD.
Hold on. And captured it. So now when you look at the people that's in Jerusalem right now, those are Ashkenazi. Those are they're just Germans. The Germans that was, up under Hitler, and Hitler was doing what he was doing. Those are those people. So that should tell you those people that's there right now don't belong here. Those are people we fled from. Go ahead.
In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state.
So Titus and them put an end to the Jewish state. Go ahead.
With great slaughter.
With great slaughter. Just like they do today. That's why they have the abortion clinics and unalive and in penitentiary for us. Go ahead.
During the period of the military government of the Palestine, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people.
So all this, it was just a bunch of filth, demeaning things that happened to these people, when they came over, the residue of the people. Go ahead.
During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that
read it slowly. It has been estimated what?
That over 1 million Jews.
Only one.
1 million Jews.
Only 100.
1 million Jews.
Only 101.
1 million Jews.
So it's 1 million Jews that fled from this land from the Romans. Go ahead.
1 million Jews fled into Africa.
Fled into Africa. Just because you got black skin don't make you these people. So it's 1 million Jews that fled over here. Why? It's because it was an outlet, because we knew we blended in with these people because of skin complexion. So that clips Christianity and what you believe about that stringy hair, blue-eyed, devil. That clips all of it. That has nothing to do with the Bible. And for you to say we didn't flee, explain how we didn't flee. Because if people was running from those Romans and these people is modern day Germans, what are the people that ran out of there? Because when we went to slavery in Egypt, we wound up over here. Go ahead.
1 million Jews fled into Africa, fleeing from Roman persecution. And slavery.
Go ahead.
The slave markets were full of.
The slave markets. We know that them slave markets is just like auction blocks, like you do with a car, 35, 45, 105. Keep going.
The slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves.
Black Jewish slaves. So when it comes to America and we get off, we get off the transatlantic slave trade, all them, them slave boats, and these people was on an auction block. Who are the people talking about now? Because apparently you know more than what I know, but we reading out the book. So I'll never answer you again, Dixon. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't proved nothing. The other guy told you was wrong. I let the book prove what was really going on. So that's 2-1. Dixon, I'm not talking about. Let's go back to Bell and Drake. Is it any more on that?
Oh, I was going to say that it even has the Bible verse, Deuteronomy chapter 28, and then even says that the prophecy came from the Bible, talking about those same black Jews.
Matter of fact, Josiah, pull 28:68 Deuteronomy real quick. Just to go ahead and kill all that, because I ain't talking about
Deuteronomy
Mr. Dixon.
28:68.
Mm-hmm. And get Exodus 20:2, Josiah, and let him read out. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy 28:68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So if the Lord is bringing us back into Egypt again, we didn't only. It was only one set of people that went into slavery one time in Egypt, and those was black people. Egypt is just a Greek word that means bondage, and I'll prove it. Hold that, and read that Exodus 20 and 2.
Con, that's the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 2.
So you don't think I'm just picking and choosing? We're gonna see what it actually means. Go ahead.
Con, it's the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 2, and it reads, "I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage."
The land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. So if we going back into Egypt again, and we just came out of it, we're going into bondage again. And from Egypt, where did the black and brown people wind up? Somebody
scattered all over earth.
Yeah, but after Egypt, the transatlantic slave trade, where did they wind up? America. Go ahead, finish reading before I get to you.
Okay. By the way, whereof I speak unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
So you won't even see your land no more again. Everybody says go back to Africa, and we think we African, but everybody has a land. Where do we dwell at? Because last time we just read was that the Romans came and ran us out of our own area, and we went to go blend in with somebody else because they had us surrounded. Keep going.
Okay. Thou shalt see it no more again, and thee shall be sold unto your enemies.
And you'll be sold to your enemies. Everybody know when it comes to the transatlantic slave trade, who was our enemy? The same ones whipping our back, butt breaking, and everything else.
That's right.
Go ahead.
For bondmen and bondwomen.
For slave men and slave women in these same auction blocks, you'll be sold to your enemy. So again, Dixon, if you could prove that wrong, which you still ain't proved that wrong, and the other guy with the X, you still ain't proved wrong because it's been like 15 minutes. Go read a book and get off TikTok. Go ahead, finish reading.
Okay. And no man shall buy you.
And no man will redeem you. If we African, we know Vladimir Putin and all them will send money. They'll trade out Breonna Griner to get they people, they biggest hitter out of penitentiary. They'll do that. Right. But we African, our people don't send money, but Ludacris go over there and send money. You know what I'm saying? Zaylock 23 go over there and send money. Who? Oprah send money over there. That's send. Hell, Akon even said, "Nigga, I'm African. I ain't black."
So like, if I may,
what's up?
It's a big person. It's a person that I like. He made YouTube movies and stuff. JT the Bigger Figure. He was when he came from California, moved to Atlanta and started making hood movies, and then he moved over there to Africa and started giving them money. And don't do nothing for the hoods over here in America.
Right. See, and those are the people we need to turn our goddamn back on. Those are people we need to let suffer and fall to their own demise. Go ahead. Matter of fact, finish reading that so I get y'all to and get back on top. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, out of the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary, about how we're not the same kind of Rakan.
All right, this is the last one we're going to read out of here, and then Josiah, you got it. Read now. This is the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. Do mine. Y'all, you ain't want to hear my word. We read it out the Bible. We read it out Babylon 10:2. Let's see what the Zondervan Bible Dictionary is talking about. Because apparently, if we didn't have that, we could go off our own understanding, correct? When the Bible say don't go off your own understanding. Let's see what this says.
This is the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary, page 213. Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor.
He became the father, the beginning, the starter. You know what I'm saying? The person who, I'm going to keep saying, you know what I'm saying, because this idiot didn't get back on. You know what I'm saying? Shamed him. That's what it was. Go ahead.
He became the progenitor of the dark races.
So Ham became the progenitor of the dark races.
not the Negroes,
not the niggas, not the niggas,
but the Egyptians,
but the Egyptian,
Ethiopians.
we just came out of captivity. So you got to call it Egyptian Negroes, or you got to call people in America Egyptian. But we got out of captivity, physical captivity under the mask of Egypt, their continent, and then we came all the way over here and went back into Egypt, being in bondage in America. Go ahead.
But the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites.
So these is 4 different sets of people. This is 4 different nations of people. But he said not the Negroes, but these 4. So again, Dixon. Go ahead, Josiah.
I just had a precept bringing out how we are the real Jews and how we was removed. Revelation 2, verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not.
So read that from the top again.
I know thy works and tribulation.
So the Lord said to the Jews that he knows your works and your tribulation, meaning he know what you do and he knows you got going on and what you're going through. He knows when it comes to that child support and making ends meet. And you know what I'm saying? Always got to look over your shoulder or look in the rear mirror when the cop's behind you. He knows your work and your tribulation, but thou art rich. And when it says rich, it's not talking about money like a worldly aspect. It's saying rich in spirit, being rich, being chosen child. But the reason why we don't look like we chosen because of the fact that we want to have our own mindset. Like I need to go ahead and take another hit of this split because I'm stressed versus going to find a righteous brother and let that brother walk through that trouble with you. Let that brother fight with you through your trouble, even with sisters. Tell her, take your nasty ass home. You got a good man at home. Work it out with him instead of want to sleep around and show your tail. Being rich is having those qualities of somebody gonna hold you accountable. And when you can't win, they're gonna fight with you. Win, lose, or draw. That's being rich, man. Go ahead.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews.
And he knows the lies he knows the lies of the people that say that they are Jews. This is revelation. This is a vision right now. You know, yeah, this is a vision. And he's saying for the people that say that they are Jews. Go ahead.
And are not.
So today we all look at these people today, the Jewish man, so-called, so forth. The Bible said, and are not. And are not. If we wasn't even here talking about this and we said, say are Jews, everybody mind will go one way right now to these particular people. But the Bible saying, and they are not. Go ahead.
But are the synagogue of Satan.
But the synagogue of Satan. And to be a little more to specify a little more on that, the synagogue of Satan is the one who say Hail Mary after you done, like how the mobs do. The mob, after they unalive and do whatever, they go to Hail Mary and then do it again. You know what I'm saying? Lead that man. Love who you want to love. Love ain't got no color. Be who you want to be. You know what I'm saying? But they ain't never going to teach you to right, but they're going to make sure they get their money. Just like those people. Donald Trump ain't never going to tell you right, but he going to make sure you get your money just like those people. And when you got Tyler Perry and Kurt Franklin, all these people saying the same thing, they act just like those people. That's the problem with the community. You got something? Last one.
I'm saying if I made with man Dixon, he should have just stayed up there.
Yeah. Dick on. That's your name, Dick on. Kind of name that you could at least get yourself a street name. Go ahead, finish on that Bale and Dragon.
Gospel of John, Bale and Dragon, chapter 1, verse 24. And the king said unto Daniel, wilt thou also say that this is the brass? Lo, he liveth, he eateth and drinketh. Thou canst not say that he is no living God. Therefore worship him. Then Daniel said unto the king, I will worship the Lord, my God, for he is the living God.
Right.
But give me leave, O king, and I shall slay this dragon without sword or staff. The king said, I give thee leave. Then Daniel took pitch and fat and hair and did seethe them together.
See, Daniel is acting like Floyd when he get in the ring with other folks. Floyd real cocky. Floyd be like, he'll be sitting here hitting the speed bag and doing mitts. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm real pretty. Look at me. He'll be smiling and all this other stuff because he already know, like, nigga, I'm cocky. I'm good. I'm like that. Like that what we say, I'm like that. And Daniel really acting like that with the king, but the king like, all right, well, you don't want no sword or nothing. All right, you like that. You like that. But Daniel already know. He about to hit him with the Philly shell right now and don't even know it. Go ahead.
Got him a con. Then Daniel took pitch and fat and hair and did seed them together and made lumps thereof. This he put in the dragon's mouth. And so the dragon burst in sunder. And Daniel said, lo.
So you mean to tell me he was feeding them and doing all this and that, and this statue of a dragon just blew up? Like, not blew up like, but just destroyed. Ain't nothing. What?
And so the dragon burst in sunder. And Daniel said, lo, these are the gods ye worship. When they of Babylon heard that, they took great indignation and conspired against the king, saying, the king is become a Jew, and he hath destroyed Baal. He has
hold on. Go back to that verse. Start from the top.
Con.
Give him the precept.
Baal and the dragon, chapter 1, verse 27. Then Daniel took pitch and fat and hair and did seed them together and made lumps thereof. This he put in the dragon's mouth. And so the dragon burst in sunder. And Daniel said, lo, these are the gods ye worship. When they of Babylon heard that, they took great indignation.
So you mean to tell me this is how we talk? So Daniel is really looking at him like, you mean this your God? Is this your what? I forgot what's the movie where he was holding up his head saying, this is your king? Is this your?
It was and Black Panther when he had like beat up the guy and pushed him like over that water and said, this is your king.
I don't know, he was a gladiator.
I was a gladiator.
Yeah. But anyway, that's how we'll just keep it on Floyd. Which Floyd still ain't worth a damn either because he put on that guard for them folks. But just like Floyd, he like, man, I knew it. You mean to tell me this is the best you got? This the best you got? This is your God. Go ahead.
Con. When they of Babylon heard that, they took great indignation and conspired against the king, saying, the king is become a Jew.
The king has become a Jew. What does that mean?
It means they got the king to finally believe all the stuff Daniel was talking about.
They thought the king had switched up on them and serving them other gods because they seen that the gods they were serving was destroyed.
They're saying the king has become a Jew, as in Daniel is now king.
Because it already been said, he 0-2 right now. He already 0-2. They already know what's really popping right now. Because he did it to two gods. Go ahead.
The king has become a Jew, and he hath destroyed Baal. He hath slain the dragon and put the priest to death. King and said, deliver us, Daniel, or else we will destroy thee and thine house.
So now they trying to hit him with a 3-0, but now you see it's 0-2. But now they want him to do something for themselves. It's selfishness. Just like, again, before we get to it, you said, why are you speaking the white man's tongue? So if I was to speak Hebrew, you wouldn't understand. And the whole purpose of speaking the way we speak is to be able to inform people who understand us. It's just like if it was a Latino, you work with a Latino, you don't know what them like. And I don't. Who are you? If you look like you might be Latino, but I'm gonna say you're not because if you was working with Latinos, you wouldn't know what they're saying. Just like if you was working with Jamaicans who speak patois, you wouldn't understand what they're saying. But if they spoke English, they'll be able to help you relate and get an understanding. That's why I speak what I'm speaking, because if that's the case, I might always just get offline and just talk to my brothers one-on-one. That's why we speak in English.
It's crazy that you say he asked that, because he asked, why are you speaking the white man's tongue? But he asked you a question in the white man's tongue.
Exactly. That's heavy. You asked the question in a person's tongue. Hey, tell me something in Spanish or Hebrew, and then I'll respond. Like, I'm gonna just play like I don't even understand what he's saying. Help me understand, my friend. Go ahead.
God. So they came to the king and said, deliver us, Daniel, or else we will destroy thee and thine house.
Oh, all right. So this is what I want to. So this is what we do today. Like today, You got drug dealers, lame cats that been all lame through high school, and what they say, oh, if you ain't giving up the box, you gotta go ahead and slide. You know what I'm saying? Well, I paid for your food, you need to go ahead and give it up. Even with women, oh, I ain't messing with no brokey, this and that. That's the same thing. The pastor and their leaders condition them to act a certain type of way. Why? Is because it's not to make them better. It's not for the betterment of the nation. It's because they're selfish. And it is never heal my mama or bring my deceased dad back. It's always give me money. You know what I'm saying? Give me this, pay my bills, do this and do that. It's never nothing sincere that can't be fixed. Let me say it that way. Something that can't be fixed. It's always something, some greed. Go ahead.
Con.
I get you.
Verse 30 of Bel and the Dragon. Now when the king saw that they pressed him sore, being constrained, he delivered Daniel unto them, who cast him into the lion's den, where he was 6 days. And in the den there were 7 lions, and they had given them every day 2 carcasses and 2 sheep.
So these people threw Daniel in the den. And that's great that you say that, because going back to the Colosseum, Daniel was in the same position. He was just in the damn cave with lions. And these people threw 2 carcasses in there, knowing damn well a lion's still going to eat everything up in them. Dead or alive, they might just, I can't say that because they're going to hit me with Paul. They might just tour around with Daniel just because he's alive and he gets some entertainment. Go ahead.
Which then were not given to them to the intent they might devour Daniel. Verse 33 of Bel and the Dragon. Now there was in Judah a prophet called Habakkuk, who had made pottage and had broken bread in a bowl and was going into the field for to bring it to the reapers. But the angel of the Lord said unto Habakkuk, go carry the dinner that thou hast into Babylon unto Daniel, who was in the lion's den. And Habakkuk said, Lord, I never saw Babylon, neither do I know where the den is. Then the angel of the Lord took him by the crown and bare him by the hair of his head, and through the vehemency of his spirit set him in Babylon over the den. And Habakkuk cried, saying, O Daniel, take the dinner which God hath sent thee. And Daniel said, Thou hast remembered me, O God, neither hast thou forsaken them that seek thee and love thee. So Daniel arose and did eat. And the angel of the Lord set Habakkuk in his own place again immediately. Upon the 7th day, the king went to bewail Daniel. And when he came to the den, he looked in, and behold, Daniel was sitting.
So that just brings to the point, after all that happened, they had to feed Daniel. The Lord sent Habakkuk out there to, basically feed Daniel and keep eyes on him, but the Lord snatched him right back out of them. And then when they turn around, they open it up, they see Daniel. Go ahead.
Then cried the king with a loud voice, saying, Great art Lord, God of Daniel, and there is none other beside thee. Verse 42 of Bel and the Dragon. And he drew him out and cast those that were the cause of his destruction into the den.
Hold on, let's do it again.
Come. Verse 42. And he drew him out and cast those that were the cause of his destruction into the den.
See, and that's what we're doing here in the school now. It's the same reason why we used to be drug dealers and whores and ain't worth a damn mamas. And this is speaking for the sisters that intentionally talk bad about their baby father and put men on child support. And we was also, ex-pimps and men who use women just for pleasure. And even ex-pastors, ex-gang bangers. Those people that turned us into that is our leaders of today. Our pastors, our imams, our damn presidents, and you know what I'm saying? And I hate to even say this, even more, but I understand and we understand our parents are the reason why. And now when we come into the school and we realize we're better than who we were, we're better than being a cigarette smoker or a weed smoker or a drug addict, whatever. We're better than that. And now those people, I hate to say it, going to have to be cast to their own destruction because they're not going to understand. Nowadays, people as parents, they think because I'm the parent, I'm right. But you being a parent and being prideful is going to be the reason why you fall by the wayside. And that's why the Most High gave us that scripture saying, honor your mother and father, because parents are ignorant. We're stupid. We're all parents and we're all stupid at a point. But it comes to a point where you got to use wisdom and realize your child is right. You can't be right all the time. A 2-year-old child can teach a grown woman or man anything. But an ignorant parent is going to say, because I'm the daddy, because I'm the mother. And you would be the reason why you fall straight into your destruction. Why? Is because you taught that child in a way. That's why so many parents be weeping and moaning all in Chicago, because men run off on women, women put the man on child support, and they got brothers like King Von growing up, being drillers, hurting other families, and now his family is hurt. You see what I'm saying? Now his house is getting shot up, and his brother is getting hit while straight because of a beef over here. When we come into here, you become destroyed, not us. We become better. You become destroyed because it's your pride. And you actually think you got the answer, but the answers you had was the reason why I was selling weed and popping pills and having sex with disgusting women that ain't even a part of my nation, let alone running off on women. Your answers is the reason why I failed and I was a nobody. But now when I become somebody, I want to heal you. You don't want to listen. Your destruction is going to come up on your own hand. And again, I'm gonna ask for everybody. Whatever art you got with your parents or any of your leaders, don't hold it on. Correct them. And then still respect your mama and father, because that's what you're supposed to do. When they become old and they can't change themselves, you baby them. You treat them like a child, like you was once a child. You honor your parents. But if they in the wrong, you ain't gotta follow their wrong. Why? It's because the Lord matters more than your goddamn mother and father. The Lord matters more than your wife, your husband, your kids. You follow them, you'll be destroyed by the Lord. Understand that.
So it's bad if I send my parents to nursing home when they get old.
I mean, it's not bad, but I don't recommend it, because people out there is not going to conduct and deal with your parents the way you know and you feel in your heart they should be dealt with. Because there's some nursing homes out here really throwing old ladies against the house. Against these walls. Some people ain't eating. Some people, the shift change can be in 15 minutes, and they can see this woman need to be changed. And she got, she shit up, excuse my language, and they won't even change her. They leave for the next stab, but the next stab might not get around to it 1, 2 in the morning. So now she's sitting in dookie for a whole 6, 7, 8 hours. So not saying it's a sin, but you want to honor your folks, get the righteous counsel you should get. Not saying according to how to deal. Don't care, bro. See, this is the thing. This is the thing. This is why I get entertained by people online. You know what I mean? Especially if they ain't doing that. People will get online and say, I don't give a damn about the Lord. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in what you believe in. Why'd you post it? It's like 100 other lives on here, but you stop to say, I don't give a damn about the Lord, bro. But as long as you listening, that's all that matters. Because when you get off of here, you better pray the Lord is really with you. Whatever God you believe in, you better pray the Lord is with you. But I don't understand, guys. Like, you on TikTok for what? What are you, 10, 12, 14? You ain't got a job. You ain't got no wife. You ain't got nothing to sleep up in. You ain't got no kids, no hobbies, no nothing. You want to be on TikTok and say you don't believe in God. Don't believe in God and go do something else over. Go to the gym. Go work out and don't believe in God. Why are you on TikTok? Those are the type of niggas that I do despise because they don't do anything. Go ahead.
Just to keep it up with the young man Dennis said, how did you say it? Are you supposed to?
Is it bad if you put your parents in a nursing home?
Nah, it ain't bad to put your parents in a nursing home, but what Christ did said, if I may.
No, read it out. Read it out.
You go to Mark 7-9.
Go ahead, read it.
Mark 7-9. And he said unto them, full well ye reject the commandment of God, that ye keep your own traditions. Verse 10, for Moses said, honor thy mother and thy father, and whoso curseth father or mother, let him die the death.
See, pause real quick, and see, that's why I say keep hold to the tradition, because that goes back to what I was saying. And I'm gonna speak black or white. We, you know what I'm saying, it don't matter how bad mom and dad turn their back on it. We get locked up or whatever happened, we gonna retaliate behind mom and pop. But then you got them that know that mom, dad, grandma, grandpa got $1 million insurance, they'll throw them in a home to where they ain't got no responsibility and wait for them to be deceased while they get that insurance. They'll actually leave them in there and sleep in the house that they spent 60 years building just until waiting for them to leave so they could get the deed to that house.
Right.
So when the scriptures say honor your mother and father, that means respect them, take care of them, but you ain't got to follow after that garbage. If they give you real wisdom, then do that. But they saying, baby, come on for Thanksgiving. Mama, dad, I love you, but God damn that. Damn the family. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Right.
Go ahead.
And that's the point. I brought it up because it's evidence you said that, because the reason why Christ was telling them that it was the Sadducees and Pharisees back then, they was using that as an excuse to, oh, well, I can't do this for you, and I can't do this for you right now. I'm gonna just do this, and because I got to pay these tithes.
Right.
And Christ was getting on to him. Christ was getting on to him about that. If I'm saying right.
So I'm looking at these comments. You got anything else up?
Oh, on Bell and the Dragon. Just a little bit more to the precept.
Yeah. Start on top of that.
John, verse 42 of Bell and the Dragon. And he drew them out and cast those that were the cause of his destruction into the den, and they were devoured in a moment before his face.
And that's what happens. Mom and dad, you know what I'm saying, they die because of high stress when they lose their son to gun violence. Or mom lost all 4 or 7 of her son. They die of stress. You know what I'm saying? And it is not because of how the child is, it's because how you raise that child. You didn't raise that child with discipline. Always thinking the child's in the right when the child's clearly in the wrong. Not allowing the village, the community, the ISUPK to work together for all of us to be perfect, like the Bible says, for male or female to be perfect. But now it's to a point to where when that child do whatever, you're going to be the one in the wrong. Like the sister in Chicago, you remember in the Chinese spot where that brother was arguing with that woman saying, bitch, say it again, say it again. He swung on her hit her, and then the son came in there and shot. Y'all remember that? And then he got off. That
was in New York.
Oh, New York, see? Okay. So that's the epitome of it. It's because this should have been a father to show him how to deal with that. Let alone it should have been a husband for that bitch to shut her mouth and go home. Right. And or don't even be out. Go get that food with your soldier, whatever, and handle it. But he had to be the big man. Why? It's because you can tell there was no father involved. The little nigga didn't even try to fight. He ain't had no knife or nothing. She said, go to the car and get a gun. When I was young, I had a pocket knife on. Yeah, I know you did. Bare minimum had a pocket knife. And it just shows like that's the fall of the destruction. Go ahead.
Oh no, it's just funny you had said something about like parents, they like make their kids seem like, you know, right, and they don't correct them. Mm-hmm. So like my testimony, like when I was coming up, if I did bad, my parents and the grandparents would be like, oh nah, you know, they just wouldn't believe it. And I didn't get corrected. So then as I got grown in my early 20s and I got in the military, and then even then I'm grown, I'm in the military. And when I'm in Esau's Navy doing bad shit, they're like, oh, no, you know, they try to find a way to make it seem as if I'm still not wrong. And then it's like, if I didn't get counsel and get checked from the brothers in the ISUPK, I wouldn't even realize that, whoa, I can't be doing the stuff I was doing in Esau's Navy or even when I was younger than that.
And the thing is, it's crazy how you divided them when it's the same. Because we know right now, the Navy, Army, Marines, Coast Guard, all that shit the same. That ain't no different than the police department or any, you know what I'm saying, gang set out. They got all the narcotics. They do the most effing male, female, male on male, whatever. These niggas twerking. These niggas having interracial. I already know what goes on across seas. I got too many brothers in the truth and not the truth on what they do with them foreign European women. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. You just had what? CIA get caught up with what the cartel got. Y'all ain't seen that. Y'all ain't seen that. They done caught over what, $6 billion worth of drugs. And the information that was leaked was only information that the CIA would have. And these people knew when they were doing their routes and run, how the cartel know what's going on in the government. And that's no different from the military. That's no different from what we were taught. But when you come in here, you get corrected. You don't do drugs. You don't even sit in the same house with a nasty bastard that smoke weed. You don't even sit in the same house with your homeboy popping a white chick. You don't even sit in the same house with pork being cooked. I wish a nigga would bring pork. I ain't had one brother, nobody bring pork in my house at all. Like you can't even eat pork and come in my house. You got to go brush your teeth, clean off, then come in. And that's what the Bible does. It makes you a special people, a perfect people. That's what it does. And it sounds like it's OD, but it's well needed. It's well needed. Somebody had a hand. I got one more, and then I'm gonna answer some questions online.
Oh no, I was just gonna this is off topic, on topic. It was like about when the brother asked you speaking in like different language and stuff like that. I was gonna bring out Isaiah chapter 28, verse 11. For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to this people. The reason why I brought that verse out was because it was prophesied that the Bible would have to be changed into different language.
Exactly. And why?
Due to the slavery, whatever country we in, we gonna speak the language of the oppressor. And the Lord got to talk to us somehow.
Exactly. The Lord has to be able to speak somehow. I can't come in here speaking Mandarin this whole 2 hours. Imagine I'm speaking Mandarin this whole 2 hours. This live would have said 0. That's would have said 0. Y'all niggas would have been calling Cat like, hey, this nigga, he's stupid. He wasting my time. No, hold on. Yeah, so that's why we speak it in English. Just like you got Latino brothers down in Mexico speaking in their language. Go ahead. Last one I'm getting online.
Just like the brother, young man Dennis was talking about. He was in the Navy, and then he was like, well, you trying to break it down, but it's all the same thing. I wanted to read out the Apocrypha. 2 Maccabees 4:15. Not setting by the honors of their fathers, but liking the glory of the Grecians, best of all. And we want to follow our oppressor way so bad. And we want to do what they do. Because I remember when I was growing up, my father used to always tell me, you got to make sure you look presentable to these white men, because these white men, they gonna lock you up and they gonna do it. And I'm like, that's why I gotta make them like me. Why can't they just like me for me? And since I've been in the school, especially with this one verse right here, it makes sense,
right? Because
we try to make ourselves so presentable to them. They should present themselves to us.
Yeah, no, you're definitely right, man. Hey, listen, man, that's a heavy point because we all been through that. You know what I'm saying? And the first thing you hear is pull up your pants, they cut your hair, get yourself together. You know what I'm saying? Do this, do that, do this, do that. But it all based around trying to admire the oppressor to the powers that be, and or to go to church.
Right.
It's only them two. They'll never mention a woman. Right. Only time is mentioned when it comes to women is when your mama say, don't no woman want a dirty man or no broke man. But you see how everything goes up. A woman will talk about don't no woman, you know what I'm saying? A woman don't want no man, but then the man talking about the white man.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we about to get on it. Pick a struggle. Are you silk? Man, look, I'm not even going to answer that. I knew it was incorrect. It was anyway. So all right. So I got a few minutes, man. I'm gonna answer some questions on here. And then when trust me, I can read quick, but if I undermine what you're writing, I ain't even gonna waste my time speaking. What's up? Anything on there?
No, sir. But I was about to ask the question: is that the same as respect of persons? Like the example of what the brother just brought out.
Yep.
Yep.
Because if his dad said, "Oh, clean up because of this, that, this, and that," and when it come to him. But then I'm coming over for a cookout, or I'm just coming over because I ain't seen my family in a long time. Why he ain't got to put a polo shirt and some Sperry's on now? You know what I mean? He can walk around in sweatpants, Debo, sagging around me or around y'all. But then when he step out to go to the mailbox, he got to look presentable for Mr. Bobby over there across the street or Miss Sarah next door. You know what I mean? Because they feel intimidated or they scared. But nigga, I'm in your house. What's more important? Somebody let in your house or somebody you don't let in your house? Yeah. All right, black and support Israel. All right, so no, we don't support modern. We support the actual Israelites. We don't support Israel that y'all see today as the people that's doing what they're doing in Gaza and all this other stuff. We don't support them whatsoever. That has nothing to do with us. And I advise all black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, mind your goddamn business. Anything with politics, wars, government, mind your damn business. Because it's hard enough already to goddamn amend certain things with brothers and sisters and wives and enemies and stuff. It's hard enough to do that. The last thing we need to worry about is the things they cause and then trying to fix what they done. Because we've been doing that for years. And every time we try to do that, we become even more divided. You or me become, you tend to think you're better than the rest of us because you want to do a war. You know what I mean? Go to a war for America that really don't like your Latino ass or your Caribbean ass or black ass. We need to focus on who we are and deal with what we deal with. So no, we don't support modern Israel. We're not Israeli. We're Israelites. Israelites are from Iraq, settled in Palestine and Saudi Arabia. Let me get that Babylon Timbuktu again. So you're right partially. A lot of that land was just Israel before the dividing of that land. But we gonna read out here. No, read. Allah is God. No, he's not. No, Allah is nothing but a rock. Out of races and groups, Israel, why don't you support Ghana and children now? Because that's not my people. Those same people put us into captivity and called us and then sold us into, you know what I'm saying, modern day Babylon, meaning American captivity. That's why we don't support them. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is with them. They did what they did, but they got their land. So why should I support a nation that got their land when my nation of people don't have their land, and when we got something, it gets stripped from us? No, Africans are not our people.
Which page?
I think it's 64 or 84. It should be in the middle, 65 BC.
Oh, okay.
On the left page, I think second paragraph.
I was just gonna say, even on page 87, quick has a good point where it talked about, it said, throughout the Middle Ages, many European governments expelled their Jews. These black Jews migrated to neighboring countries, and it names Turkey and Africa.
Read it again.
Throughout the Middle Ages, many European governments expelled their Jews. These black Jews migrated to neighboring countries, Turkey and Africa.
So, look, these Jews, you know what I'm saying, migrated to Turkey and Africa. But read that part I'm talking about, 65 BC.
Khan. Page 65.
Mm-hmm.
In the year 1501 BC.
No, 65 BC. It should be on the left page, second paragraph. What page you on?
Oh, 64.
No, 84. I think it's 84.
Lots. Khan, yeah. In the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey.
So this guy that just said, what do you say? All right, so Joseph said Israelites are from Iraq and settled in Palestine and Saudi Arabia. Go ahead. So now if you're saying modern day, you can call it that because land has been stolen and divided. But before that, all of that was Israel, just like every plot of land has a bunch of, you know what I'm saying, their own people. But when the people fled out there and you know what I'm saying, land is vacant, everybody could just come and take it, just like Oklahoma. You know, they call it the Sooner State. It's because at that time in Oklahoma, all that land was free. And at a certain time of the day, you couldn't run to Oklahoma to capture, you know what I'm saying, your portion of land. But a lot of people cheated and they snuck out and went sooner. So that's where Oklahoma Sooners come from. It's just people was doing a land rush sooner than they were supposed to, which was illegal. That's the same thing with this. Go ahead.
In the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem. In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state with great slaughter. During the period of the military governors of Palestine, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people. During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that
Hold on. You said they settled in Palestine and Saudi Arabia. This is gonna be the last time I even talk about this. You know what I mean? No hate to you, but you should have been here. But you Yosef type of cats, I already know how y'all is, so I'm about to nip it in the bud real quick for you. Go ahead.
During the period of the military governors of Palestine, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people.
So he mentioned Palestine. Go ahead.
During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa.
Where did it say that we went to Palestine or Saudi Arabia or Iraq? Go ahead.
Fleeing from Roman persecution.
Excuse me. Where did it say we will settle in Iraq and then ran to Palestine and Saudi Arabia? Go ahead. Read it again.
Fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery. The slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves. And Deuteronomy 28:64 is quoted.
So what are you talking about? We settled in Palestine and Saudi Arabia when it clearly says we went over here. That's why you Yosef cats don't know what you're talking about. There's a bunch of y'all. We shut y'all down all the time on Clubhouse. I'm done with you. Go ahead.
Oh, and then under that, it even says, the Jewish philosopher Philo, who lived in Alexandria, Egypt, said that 1 million Jews resided in Libya and Egypt from the Catabathmos to the borders of Ethiopia.
So the definition of Ham is he's the progenitor of the Libyans, the Ethiopians, and two other African, you know what I'm saying, sets, nations. Now, one time it said Israelites or black. So we fled from here to here because we blend in with these people. We never dwelled in Palestine. We never dwelled in Saudi Arabia. That was our land at one time, but when we fled, we didn't flee there. We fled into Africa. And that land been vacated for the longest. All right. Now they ain't talking about that. You better read. They're so far over the book. All right, D, you said we better. What time is it? Tache, y'all. Yeah, we almost ready. We got. You said I better read their holy book. Why do I need to read another nation's book when their book upholds them? But when I read my book shows me who I am. You prefer to read a book that's going to show you who you are according to the Bible, or read another nation book that you won't have to uphold?
What book he telling you to read?
He said, I don't know what book, but probably Palestine, Saudi Arabia, or Jewish people, maybe Quran, yeah. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? One more thing, we might have closed out.
No, I was just gonna say the weird thing with the Quran, like Islam, even in the Quran it say that the children of Israel are the chosen people of the Most High, but then they don't follow the children of Israel customs and stuff like that. So I just feel like that's
look up wild man, one of y'all in the Bible. It's according to Ishmael. And why they don't follow is because, matter of fact, give me that, because I'm gonna show you that what's his name, Elijah Muhammad, whatever his name is, was a camel jockey. He couldn't read or write, and he went to the actual Jews basically for them to push. Is it okay for him to have this culture or whatever? You know what I'm saying? He could not read or write, and that's why they're radical people. They would never, you know what I'm saying, one day, but they'll never want to be the ones that, you know what I'm saying, fall up under us because they got their own beliefs. Hey, start from the bottom on that right page, that left page. I don't think that's the right one. It might be the whole newspaper.
Where it says
verse 2.
All right, read that.
John, the book of Genesis, chapter 16, verse 11 and 12, starting in verse 11. And the angel of the Lord said unto her, Behold, thou art with child, and shall bear a son, and shall call his name Ishmael, because the Lord hath heard thy affliction. Verse 12. And he will be a wild man.
So Ishmael will be a wild man. And what was that question? Somebody just asked this. It's like, Somebody just asked it. I feel like I know it, but I'm gonna just break it down. You got something? Yeah, so Ishmael is gonna be a wild man. That's what it was. That's why they're rebellious. Ishmael is willing to lay his life on the line with a bomb, a damn C4, jump out a plane, put a plane into a building because of what they believe. Ishmael, they're simple. You have to understand, if you're 30 years old and you can't read or write, you're illiterate. You're not stupid, but you're illiterate. And you only could believe what I tell you. And that's how, you know what I'm saying, Muhammad was. And then in the same figure, bro, they don't have any laws. They got laws now, but they don't have any laws. That's why they do what they do. So when it comes to him being a wild man, he's just somebody who's willing to put balls to the wall and do whatever it takes to uphold, you know what I'm saying, his end of the bargain. Is that it on that precept?
Oh, it said, and he will be a wild man. His hand will be against every man, and every man's hand against him.
So everybody hate. They call them what? Towelheads? Everybody does not like the Muslim. Nobody likes the real Muslim, not black Muslim. Nobody likes real Muslims. Everybody look at the Muslim like they're terrorists, they're violent people, they're drug, you know what I'm saying, and sexual abusers. Everybody looks at them like that's them. And guess what? If this is true according to the Bible, why can't the truth of the Israelites being in captivity the truth? See, the thing is, you can't take what looks true to you out the Bible and then throw everything else out because it's sour to your mouth. You can't do that. Ishmael is a wild man. Go ahead and read that on that other book, that Babylon Timbuktu.
Khan. Page 44, the birth of Islam. At the time,
read all the way, start at the very bottom.
The birth of Islam on page 44 of the Babylon Timbuktu book. With the defeat of Jewish and Christian power in Arabia, the stage was now set for the rise of a new power on the world scene.
A new power on the world scene. So this is something that just created and made up. Go ahead.
This new power was Arabia. The Arabian Empire with its new religion, Islam.
Islam, a new religion. Go ahead.
Established the superstructure of its culture on the ruins of the Roman Empire in the Middle East, Africa, and parts of Europe. Europe remained dormant and inactive for 1,000 years through the Dark Ages, while the Muslim Empire mastered the civilized progressive world. Let us return now to the survey, the rise of the Muslim religion and empire in Arabia. When Muhammad was born, many Arabs were still worshiping the sun, stars, spirits, and idols.
So somebody asked me about Islam. These people was worshiping the sun, stars, and all these other things. Worshiping. Go ahead.
The sun, stars, spirits, and idols. The Arabs possessed 360 idols, one for each day of the year.
And this goes back to Daniel and the Persian king, and then turn around the Persian gods of Baal and the Babylonian gods of the dragon. That goes back to that. Two of those guys, and then these people got 360, right? That what it said? 360. They got all those guys. Keep going.
Muhammad was born 570 AD, 4 years after the death of Emperor Justinian. He was descended from the tribe of Quraysh and the family of Hashim. His mentality was prodigious. In his youth, he was never taught to read or write.
He was what?
In his youth, he was never taught to read or write.
He was what?
In his youth, he was never taught to read or write.
So what are we talking about Muslims? Why do we care? Why does the Quran exist? It should be rolled up on that roll in the toilet, waiting to be used. If he couldn't read or write, why are y'all reading it? And y'all say this is who shows it? Or why we hate him? Why? Well, what's the point? Somebody. And that's the point. Because it doesn't mean nothing. Go ahead.
But his imagination was superlative.
And that's the problem. When we fall on our own thoughts, like these Christians and these Black, Latino, Native Indians that subscribe to all these religions and culture, we fall on our own thoughts and think and use our imagination when our imagination is weak. Go ahead.
Khan. Muhammad was an extraordinarily handsome man and eloquent in motivating men with the power of words. In the early years of Muhammad's life, he passed the time as a shepherd boy. We must remember that many successful men have arisen from insignificant and humble conditions. Watching the sun by day and the stars by night left opportunity for Muhammad to contemplate in solitude and reflect on the events and profundities of this world. After Muhammad became a camel driver, he traveled to remote and intriguing lands. He led his caravans to Persia, Syria, and Egypt.
So you mean tell me the nigga couldn't read or write, but he going to other places and trying to teach people, trying to tell people just off of what he think, just off of what he think. That's like you waking up in the morning and don't open. You're awake, but your eyes never open, and you saying there ain't nothing in my room but me in this bed. Do you expect me to believe you?
Nah.
Do you expect me to believe that you didn't open your eye, or you expect me to believe that it's only you in that bed in that room?
Hell.
Go ahead. Since they want to talk about Islam real quick, I'm on the clock out.
He led his caravans to Persia, Syria, and Egypt, transacting business with merchants of every kind. On his business trips, he met Jews.
He met what?
He met Jews.
He met what?
Jews.
Again, we already spoke that these people that was in that land, those is black Jewish slaves. Go ahead.
On his business trips, he met Jews, Christians, and members of other sects. He interrogated them concerning the tenets of their religions. He frequented the environment of the Jews and their rabbis, mostly because they were merchants and an omnipresent ethnic group. Because he could not read or write, his ears were attentive and keen to everything that the Jews related to him. Muhammad learned and extracted much.
He did what?
Muhammad learned and extracted much from the Jewish religion and compounded it with his new religion, Islam.
So he learned a lot from the Jewish religion, like how they got Ramadan. He learned that from the Jews. We got Atonement, Day of Atonement, where we fast. We don't drink or we don't eat, regardless what your slave is or what you're doing. We don't do that. But Muhammad was delegating with us, trying to see if it's straight with us. And what he did, he took what we do according to culture and to put it to what he was doing and added on.
Oh, I was gonna say like an obvious point would be like how Muslim men are required to have their beards and like grow their beards out, not shave, or their sisters cover their hair and wear dresses, or they don't eat pork and stuff like that.
And that's a good point. You know, women wasn't always dressing like that. I can't remember it was the 40s or the 60s. When over there, they was dressing like whores over modern day here. They had skirts up to their knees.
Wow.
Yeah. Them women wasn't always dressing like, they was dressing like a modern day American women now. But just through history, they start covering themselves up like that. They that wasn't always. You know why? Because they don't care about it. That's first off. We'll keep reading real quick because we about to get
Khan. When Khadija, a rich widow, heard of the good reputation of Muhammad, she employed him in her business. He went on a business deal, transacted it with good results, and returned home at an advantageous time. Muhammad was amazed at the beauty of Khadija. He had not seen her before because he had received his position by proxy. Khadija was immensely gratified by the way he conducted her affairs and the manner in which he presented himself to her. Muhammad was not a tall man, but he had such broad shoulders.
Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Y'all just get Babylon 10 bucks. Don't nobody really care about it like that. But this is what I'm gonna go ahead and close it out with this, man. There's only one God. There ain't two, there ain't three, there ain't no made up thing in your head. If there's anything made up in your head, man, you might be schizophrenic. You know what I'm saying? But with the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, starting out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, Commander Jeremy Hunter. We teach that Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians are true Jews according to the Bible. According to the Bible. Now you know what I'm saying? We're not affiliated with any other Christian organization or Muslim mosque. You know, we are the Israelite. We are the ISUPK, start out 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Root for a brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, They are off limits for 6 months. They are here to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. Reason why we say don't deal with brothers and sisters when they first come here, because you don't want, they should not be worried about relationships. You know what I mean? Coming here, they need to be shedding themselves off of whatever they battling, whatever the situation is. You don't want them worried about how good she look or he look. So, you know, that's why we say what we say, you know, this protocol. You know, after 6 months, if a brother or sister are interested in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in where brother and sister will court each other. After 6 month period, a brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. And the whole purpose of this, we don't create a whorehouse. We ain't got a hotel. You know what I'm saying? If you're interested in a sister or brother, you go to the camp leader or the father or the general, you ask, is this person, you know what I'm saying, is acceptable? And you let them give you the yay or nay. Because the last thing and the only thing we ain't gonna do is allow brothers to be sleeping with random sisters in here, and we ain't letting hoes run around. Because if you want to be a hoe, stay outside the door. That shit rhymes. But anyway, tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18 and 21, Malachi 3, 8-10, means 10th in Hebrew, Maishra, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for a priest, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Up holy convocation, it is. Feast of first fruit, start out the Sabbath, unleavened bread, sundown. Sunday, April 12, 2026. Count for 50 days, celebrate the 50th day. Sunday, May 31st, 2026. Start before sundown. Leviticus 23, 10 and 22. Announcement, reminder to Akim and Akwa to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone want to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boot, shirt, pants, headband, and war scarf. And with that, man, shalom.